Well, like I was saying, the one experimental episode, the game's kind of ruined for me because of that douchebag who, basically
the Admiral
kicked everybody that I play with out of our fleets, and now if I play with them, then he'll take my fleet. So.
Can't you talk to game devs about that? Be like, this dude's being total.
There's nothing I can do unless I find a way to prove that he's trying to sell his account. There's nothing I can do, and I'm working on an idea on trying to get him to slip up and say something about it in game. I was thinking about creating a different account and then being like, hey, I heard you have an Armada for sale and a lifetime subscription for sale. How much do you want for it? Just message him in game, because if he says, oh, I want $300 for it, boom, there's the proof.
Ah, okay. Because
then it'll be in their chat logs, and then I can be like, hey,
you're setting them up.
Yeah,
you're setting them up.
Yeah, because if I can get him to slip up like that and talk about it in game chat, then boom, he loses his account, and I get my fleet, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And the adulation.
Which would suck for him, because he's got a lot of money invested in that game.
Well, I mean, don't do shitty shit. How else can you describe that? And other than just don't do shit. Really, seriously.
Well, even if he wasn't doing the shitty shit, outside of that, trying to sell his lifetime account, that's against the game terms of service.
TOS or whatever.
Yeah, you can't sell your account.
Why not?
Because
you could overinflate the value that they could be earning.
Yeah, they want to get $300 for somebody buying a lifetime account, not you selling your lifetime, because it's not fair. You buy a lifetime account, you play it for 3 years, and then you turn around and sell it to somebody else for $300. That's not really fair.
Yeah, I get all. I guess I get all that. Plus, I mean, it could obviously lead to abuse and people over you could get where in World of Warcraft where people were literally buying leveled up characters. You know what I mean, just to have the trophies. The characters themselves were pretty much just status symbols and trophies. You know what I mean? Because you didn't really do anything to get them dudes to that point. You just bought yourself onto it. And even then, it's kind of hilarious because a lot of those guys that will buy those, they don't know how to play the game themselves, so they're stuck having to do the advanced level. And fight higher level monsters or quests or stories or this and all these game mechanics and concepts that they should have just played the game from the beginning on their own, and they would have learned.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, it's crazy how that's become a big business too. Literally digital property. That's that dude Steve Bannon. Him and I think it was Bannon or Mnuchin. They're one of the two Trump dudes that are in there now. They made some of their ungodly, insane amount of money from literally selling digital property like that. World of Warcraft characters, any game, any multiplayer game that has that type of cloud accounting type system, and especially RPGs. You know what I mean? They literally, dude, they were literally getting real money for bullshit. That's why Farmville and all those are annoying, but the guy that came up with that, and especially the microtransaction system that's behind it, it's a fucking genius, dude.
Yeah.
People are giving you real money for absolutely nothing. At the end of the day, it really does come down to nothing. I mean, I could say that too about me, because I'll buy video games and so forth and so on. You know what I mean? But to where people are paying for, it's one thing to buy the game and then you get the disc and then you get the whole thing and you take it home and you go and play it. It's another thing where you're literally paying for access to more and more features of a game that should have came with. You know what I mean? It's and functionality within said game. You know what I mean?
Well, the benefit of the system is the game's you can keep expanding it. You know what I mean? It's not like you have to go, oh, we only sold the game for $60, so we're only going to put so much into this, and then we'll come out with an entirely different game. This way, Like, I mean, Star Trek Online's been running since 2010.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's where those MMO RPG style games, like, that's where they'll crush a lot of consoles. Well, and any type of multiplayer game that obviously is server ran like that just crushes because they could just make changes to it. I mean, that one game I keep telling you about, the Terraria joint, the 2D version of Minecraft or whatever. Like, I only paid like $15-20 for the game, but they've put out so many updates in like 5 years. You know, the game's like 5 years old, but literally for the $15 to $20 I spent, all the shit they've plugged into this game since then, it's a $60 to $70 game.
yeah.
You know, they just gave these updates. They weren't DLCs. They made them updates to the actual game itself and just kept updating it and making it better and better and adding new shit, new biomes. Like there's even now like whole new game mechanics that they added after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Like all new game mechanics and